What is up, YouTube? Let me shut my door. Hello. Let me take the fireplace down.
Are you going to shut the door here? No, you got it.
We're a little rushed today, folks. Hey, Laura. Hey, Jim. Hey, One Feather. What's up? How are you all doing tonight?
Hold on. Your phone is still on.
I know.
It's echoing.
Oh, my fire is echoing. Wanted to keep an eye on the fire while I was in here, but I guess I don't need to anymore. I'm kicking my fire from the stage. How do I do that? Kick from studio. All right. Hey, Donna. What is up? It's good, honey.
Okay, except I don't get to look at chat now, so
Oh,
I
I'll
can't.
fix it.
Okay. I don't know how to do anything. Uh,
Hold on.
I don't know what to say.
No, man.
I don't. Sorry, guys. This is kind of a last minute thing for me. I was doing something else, and all of a sudden, MAB was like, "Okay, get ready. We're going live." So, but I know he has come up with a pretty cool theory about what's going on with Nancy. I don't follow it 100%, so you're gonna have to wait for him to go back to talk about it. And I enjoy looking at chat mostly, and I've got my big old scarf on because it's cold. We took a walk today with our poor sweet doggo. He could barely, he's like foaming at the mouth and tripping and falling, but we are trying to get him the exercise he needs. You know what? It's okay.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
Don't worry about it. I'd rather you go back in there.
Right.
Oh,
Right. Here we go.
all right. Thank you.
Ta-da.
Okay. This is what I like best, saying hi to One Feather and Jim and Laura and Donna, Michelle.
Michelle Davis.
Guys, welcome.
My niece, Michelle. Yeah. Been a long day, long walk. I think I walked like 4 miles or 5,
Yeah.
something like that.
Easy.
I hauled my fat ass like 5 miles today, trying to lose some weight. Oh, Lord. How are you all doing today? So we're just jumping up here for a short live. We got, um, we have back to square one basically on Nancy. And my intuition is telling me that there's 4 people I'm looking at very closely. And they may not have anything to do with it. This is just speculation, no facts. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm not accusing Mrs. MAB of being involved with it. I'm not accusing myself, JLR, or anybody. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but there is some interesting stuff to check out. So let's jump right in to cancel that. I'm going to remember how to do all this.
Yeah, Gym Survival. We're in sunny California, but
It's freezing out.
It's cold for us. It's cold for us. So got my big scarf on, trying not to use the gas all day long. So we've got the fire going, and then wear my scarf in the house.
Big old fire going. Is Nancy in Mexico? We don't know. We don't know where she is. We do not know where she is.
Can't think like you. Don't think like you, the person that wakes up, takes care of your family, make sure everything's in order. You go for a walk with your wife. You make your
Okay, we got the police are trying to track down a suspect. Okay, they got going to snow again in West Virginia. Holy mac! I heard there was going to be like a cold blast. Like
We're wimpy here. We know it. We
I
know
heard there
it.
was a cold blast coming down from like Canada down all the way to Texas with like negative temperatures. Are you guys hitting any of that stuff? West Virginia, you're getting snow. Is that normal? I don't think so. Got down to 36 here last night, which is cold.
It said it was going to be like in the negative 40s in like Michigan and Minnesota and stuff like that. And I cannot even imagine. I've grown up a few miles.
Yards.
Miles. I grew up like 3 miles from the beach. So yeah, I cannot even fathom what negative 40 feels like. Jeez.
Yeah. So right now they're trying to track down like a person who was within the they're doing phone pings with the software they have, and it's called what is it called? Gladiator.
Yeah, I'm like, it starts with a G.
Gladiator software is what they're using to do the cell phone electronic ping, geofencing, whatever the hell you want to call it. Any phones or iPads or anything like that that were in the vicinity of Nancy Guthrie's house during the time from whatever the time she got dropped off until 11 o'clock the next day, I imagine. But, this person, whoever it is that showed up, I believe there's 2 figures on that video, like 2 different people. And I believe I have my suspicions of who those 2 people are, but that's just suspicion. It's not proof, nothing like that. But I do have images that lead me to believe that. So let's jump right into what would this person do? Would they buy the backpack at the same place as the mask, as the same place as the holster, as the same place as the gun? If I was doing it, I would be like, order an Amazon to a buddy and freaking not one person. I don't think so either, Jim. I would be ordering like I'd buy the gun at a pawn shop. I'd get the damn face mask on Amazon like 5 months ago, and then I'd borrow my buddy's holster for a second. You're not going to get all these things at the same Walmart. You're stupid if you do that. A lot of criminals are stupid, but I just don't believe they're that stupid.
breakfast, you get your coffee, right? You check in with,
Uh, You got a little scene here from
buying the wrong match.
A scene here from Breaking Bad, where there were, whatever his name is telling somebody not to buy shit.
He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?
You're buying the wrong matches."
What?
Those matches. They're the wrong kind.
Okay, so I want you to think about this when the criminal is planning on gathering all the items that he needs, right? Teaching this guy right here how to avoid the gun. Honestly,
Buy everything in one place. The matches themselves. You need to get the big 200 count box of individual matchbooks.
they don't sell those anymore, by the way. The Strike Anywhere matches, I think they've been outlawed.
Point is,
More striker strips. You understand? Those only have the one. And don't buy everything in one place. Do it piecemeal.
Right? Don't buy everything in one place.
okay, that's my. Hey, Sadie's mama, good to see you. Good to see you. So don't buy everything in one place. I'm praying Nancy will be brought home. Me too. I hope she's still alive. At this point, we have no idea what the hell's going on. Let's jump straight up to this image right here. Okay, this guy, where my cursor is, this guy is Luke Daley. He's the one that there were served 2 search warrants on his home on that Friday night, the 13th, I think it was, where the sheriff does dumbass, where Luke Daley got a search warrant and they swatted where they had no. Yes. That's when the SWAT teams happened. This guy here. That was the guy, Luke Daley. His house was swatted, okay? This guy here is Zach. He's the one with the Range Rover, where they were holding up the tarp to make sure you couldn't see what they were seeing inside the back of that Range Rover. Now, Zach, I think maybe Middle Eastern. He may not have been in the country at the time. I don't know. But I do know that he was the driver of the Range Rover. And according to law enforcement, he is not connected to Luke. But Luke is connected to this woman over here, Kayla Day. Kayla is a tattoo artist. She was arrested not too long ago with Luke in a Walmart parking lot selling drugs with the Bam Bam and the AR kind of style weapon, and proof that they were moving weight. These two. All right? Kayla and Luke are connected. Now, who is this guy? This is William Hubie. William was busted a while back, like 10 years ago maybe, for human smuggling. He was arrested. He was running from the Border Patrol. He lost control of the vehicle, killed an 80-year-old woman while running from the Border Patrol, and then took off in the desert with a broken foot. And they caught him. He got sentenced to 11 years. He didn't do that long. He didn't do that much time. He did a lot less than that, but this is him. And he's married to Kayla. So now we have Luke and Kayla, who are partners in crime. We have a connection to human smuggling, who may know tunnels to Mexico for all I know. I don't know. But you got this guy, this girl, and this guy, Luke. And if you look real close, I mean, this guy's face matches the mask. See the fat? Let me get a picture where you can see it a lot better. Let me do this. Let me stop this screen, and then I'm going to go to my pictures and show you a bigger picture of these guys, so as you can see what I'm seeing. All right. Window. And I think this is it. Okay. Now we're looking at Luke Daley, whose face is a perfect lineup for this mask, in my opinion. Now we got this other guy over here, who is also a perfect lineup for the mask. You even see the double fat chin. The fat goes all the way around. The guy with the bite light, his eyeballs. I think there was 2 people with identical clothing on. One had a backpack and a gun. The other one didn't. And one of them was this guy and the other one's this guy. This is just my gut. I don't have any proof of any of this. No proof whatsoever. But this guy was the one that was driving the Range Rover that they were trying to hide. They were trying to hide, what you were seeing in the back of that Range Rover with that tarp. And I just told you who these guys were. Okay? So that's where my gut is telling me to go. Now, I could be totally wrong. Or I could be right. I don't know. All with Tommaso, who conveniently went to Italy for the Olympics.
Huh.
Tommaso, I have no evidence of him being involved, but there is no proof that he's not involved.
I thought they were cleared. I thought everybody in the family was cleared.
Everybody in the family is cleared according to the sheriff, but
Right.
you don't know who did it.
Right.
Until you catch the person who did it, we don't know who did it. Therefore, everyone is a suspect, in my opinion. Right?
Right.
How can you rule anyone out unless you were personally with them? I don't know how they can rule people out like that. Yeah, they're not cleared by the FBI, I don't believe. I could be totally wrong or totally right. FBI says nobody's cleared. Okay, so I have no idea if this is true or not, but let's get back to the video, because Sleuth Intuition, where I'm getting this information, has an awesome channel that I've been getting this stuff from. And so far, it's making sense, right?
I think that's a good place to start. Right. So we have Luke, who was at the home that was raided. Him, his mother, and maybe his children, maybe a sibling, were detained. They searched his home. And then we asked the question, was Zach connected to Luke? Because he was pulled over in his Range Rover and they impounded it. Right? It's evidence.
That was just right up the street. But apparently the lawyer, Luke, has lawyered up already.
So we pulled a radio dispatch that said, hey, if the Range Rover comes back to the home, either way, make an arrest, make a traffic stop, whatever. Just wait for the surveillance. So we said home. Well, we thought he lived in an apartment. Come to find out, I'm going to clear this all up for everybody. Zach and Luke, according to law enforcement, are not connected.
But they still could be. But according to law enforcement, they're not. But if there were surveillance, my damn face is numb, guys. Daley chicken tender. What's up? This guy, what was I saying?
That they're not connected.
On the surveillance tape, it says if the Range Rover goes back to the house. So these two could be connected or they could not be connected. But I know Luke and Kayla are connected. We know that because they were arrested together. What the hell? All right.
There's absolutely no connection between the Range Rover and Zach and Luke, Kayla, and William.
Supposedly.
Now that's a quote. That's a direct quote from law enforcement. So what was happening was they were doing two simultaneous search warrants. They were going after Zach and Luke. And why? I mean, look at them. They both fucking match this character. Right? Very similar eyes. What do they call that? Double lashed? Eyeliner, mascara look, whatever. But notice in this photo comparison, you have the double chin sticking out.
These fat rolls.
Right? That matches perfectly. Even the facial hair kind of has like the same. So he matches the description.
I'm following his cursor.
Luke fits it almost perfectly. I mean, he has the same eyes as the masked man.
Birds of a feather flock.
Same shape, same everything. Not so much with Zach. So maybe that's why they were interested. They got a tip. Like, hey, I think I know who your masked man is. Right? It's this guy, Luke. He's got these really feminine eyes, officer. It's him. He's got a violent past. And he lived right there. That's the kicker. Right? They take that information to a judge. Yeah, let's do it. right? No big deal. We got the probable cause. Let's go search Luke. Why? Same reason why we're interested. He looks like the fucking guy and he has a criminal past. Okay, well, there's no connection between Luke and Zach. Why are we looking at Zach? Who tipped him in?
Yeah.
Probably somebody that saw this footage and said, damn, he's got the eyeliner, mascara, whatever you want to call it, the double lash. He's got that look.
And maybe they had phones that are
You
pink.
know, that Vance.
Yeah.
He's got the Vance
I
light.
don't know. I don't.
What?
This Zach guy isn't fat. He just has a big jaw, and when you look at the mask compared to like his jawline here, to me
Yeah.
it doesn't look the same. Like the eye does, but
To me, the mustache looks the same. The fat roll is in the same
it's
place.
not fat though. He's not fat.
It's a double chin, honey. Look. Watch. See this? This is a lump of skin that is overlapping onto his face. And it goes all the way around. See it? This is like a double chin. I don't know if his body's fat, but his face sure is fat.
I don't know. To me, okay.
Come on, man.
Even the facial hair. I mean, it's almost the same. It almost looks identical. Right. Of course, it would be lifted, and my comparison might not be, you know, that good of a match right here. But I mean, look at the facial hair coming under the ski mask. It kind of has the same shape. And then you got the double chin over here too. You know, that could be a beard, kind of pushing the ski mask out.
Yeah. I think it's a good
But
match.
what's interesting is if you look over here on this side of the face of Zach, it matches that.
It's that fat roll right there.
So it's very interesting. Maybe that is why they're interested in Luke and Zach. Somebody tipped them in. Hey, I think
Could be.
I know who that is. We do our comparison and they look very similar. But why were we talking about William and Kayla? Well, when we were looking up Luke, this guy with identical eyes, last year, he was arrested with Kayla over here. I mean, this is all public information. I'm not trying to accuse anybody or make anybody look bad. That's not my intention here. Nancy,
Mine either.
see, the clock is ticking. You know what I mean?
He's got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
Like fuck, for F the bullshit. So the reason we're talking about Kayla is because she was arrested with Luke not too long ago involving drugs and a gun, running around right around Nancy's neighborhood. They got pulled over in the Walmart right there. They're pending charges. I think she even had court yesterday. So then why mention William? Well, he's married to Kayla and he's a branded man. That's what I call it. You know, when you've been to prison, you're a convict or whatever, everybody looks at you as a branded man. You kind of
And he has ties to Mexico for human trafficking.
carry that around like a dark cloud. So he's married to Kayla. Kayla's with Luke. We thought they were together. No, Kayla's with William. Well, William has a history of smuggling people across the border with Mexico. That's why they're interesting. But let's go see what. Neither Mr. Daley nor his mother were arrested in connection
February 13th, Friday the 13th. Bad luck. I got bad
to
luck.
this case or any other. Mr. Daley has no link whatsoever to Nancy Guthrie and has no information related to her kidnapping. Like the entire Tucson community, both Mr. Daley and his mother are hopeful that Nancy will be returned to her family unharmed.
Okay, that's after he is lawyered up. And the plot thickens.
That's this guy's attorney, Luke. His attorney
Why does he need an attorney?
also said that, oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm actually thinking of Carlos's attorney. He said the reason that his client was targeted by law enforcement, in his opinion, was the phone data. He thinks the pinging of his client's phone. So I wonder if the list of individuals that they're kind of taking around all these gun stores, or a list of individuals that fit the description and also were pinging within like a 10-mile radius. Right? That includes these two guys. So they're trying to track down all these people who fit the description and were in the area maybe. Savannah's book. I guess we could pull that up. And thank you guys. Remember, I couldn't do this without all of your help. So everybody that's sending me information and helping. When I was
Okay, this is the book that everybody's talking about. Savannah Guthrie's book. What God
Savannah or
does.
Annie?
Savannah.
Okay.
They've both written books, but this is Savannah's book. When I was about 8 or 10 years old, I went to stay at my cousin's house for a week. They lived in another land, Phoenix, about a 2-hour drive north from my hometown of Tucson, Arizona. My first cousin, Terry Stauffer, husband's side, I assume, is my father's niece, yes. But we are about 20 years apart, so she was always more like an aunt.
about 10 or so, I went to stay at my cousin's house
All
for a
right,
week.
read that.
They
Jason.
lived in another land. Follow the breadcrumbs. You can't throw your own down and say, look, look, look over here. No, that's distracting. That's tunnel vision and law enforcement. I'm just saying, I'm not convinced yet. There is no connection whatsoever between Terry and Kayla Day,
Where's the
from what I see
part about the kid
so far.
in the book?
So I don't want to get tunnel vision and,
Where's the
from what I see so far. So
anyway?
I don't want to get tunnel vision and,
Had a kidnapping game in the book where they played like they were kidnapped. Zach issued a statement to a reporter in an interview. He has been in Jordan since 2019. That is not the correct year of his Range Rover. Zach, what's he doing here then? When did he come back from Jordan?
too preoccupied on this group here. But I mean, it is interesting that William he does have a record for smuggling people into Mexico. What's going to give you the confidence to kidnap somebody, hold them for ransom in Mexico? You must believe that you can get her across the border without being detected.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep them busy. Okay, so I think that's going to do it for the recap.
That's the recap.
Right, yes. Is it interesting that William has a smuggling past and where the investigation is now pointing towards Mexico? Absolutely. I'm not sure where Zach fits in all this. All I can tell you guys is from what I've gathered, he's not connected with Luke. Luke is connected with Kayla due to a prior arrest in 2025, and Kayla's married to William. So that makes those three connected only by their criminal history and the fact that Luke was served a Cert 2, apparently, according to his attorney. So we'll keep them on the back burner. And I just don't want to get tunnel vision, you guys. I don't want to get focused in on these guys. And you can possibly find Nancy on rumors, At least we're good at that, chasing down rumors.
Polygraphs. They say the polygraphs were for new hires, but they can lie to us. So the polygraphs could have been anything. They could have been Polygraph and Annie for all we know. And then we got the Google Trends information. I believe I actually did a search on that. Let me see if I can find my search on that. Oh, this is my thumbnail. That's not what I was trying to share. I was trying to share something else. What the hell? Let me get it up here. All right. Okay, this is what I want to share right there. Now, I think this is what I was looking at. This is Google Trends, right? This is for, I believe I answered Nancy Guthrie. Now, June, July, late July, somebody was searching her name, Google Trends, and then it all started cranking up in January of 2026. But there is a bump right here, and as you know from the reporting, that somebody was searching for Nancy Guthrie and for their home.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Okay, let's jump back over here.
Pinky, it's the one I saw. It's just one. It's very random. It's really weird.
This is the Google Trends stuff. We know that somebody searched Guthrie's address, Catalina Foothills, between June 21st and 28th, 2025, by someone in Tucson or Arizona. And again on January 11th. So that's suspicious. That's sus. Also, what could have driven these people is when she came in October and did this visit home.
The very moment that the
Who?
kidnap, they got this idea in their head.
What'd you say?
Who came to visit?
Savannah came back to the area. Just watch this video.
By far, my favorite part about Tucson is family. El Charro is the oldest family-owned Mexican restaurant in America, and the
Oldest family-owned Mexican restaurant in the United States, in America. North America, South America, or all of it? I don't know. It's over 100 years old.
I love Mexican food.
They invented the something.
mine, my mom Nancy, and sister Annie.
I come here every time I come home to Tucson. I have to come to El Charro. How long has El Charro been here?
103 years.
Carlota Flores has run El
102 years that restaurant's been there.
Wow.
Charro for over 50 years, taking over from her great aunt Monica, the woman who's said to have invented the chimichanga.
Chimichanga. Who invented the chimichanga? What's a chimichanga?
It's like a deep fried burrito, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody else might know, but I've actually never had one. But I think that's what it is. Does
She
anybody
treated us to a tradition from
chat
back
know?
in Prohibition when women playing cards would hide their tequila
Yeah, there's Annie right there.
in teacups.
Cheers. Cheers. I love you. Don't drink the whole thing.
Don't drink all the tequila, mama.
She tells her mom, don't drink the whole thing. The tequila.
Well, Mom, you guys came here in the 70s and you'd been moving all around. What made you want to stay in Tucson and plant roots?
Okay, so she's basically saying like, hey, my mom is vulnerable. She lives alone in Tucson, all by herself. And here I am, this very successful news anchor, reporter, journalist, whatever. And now I'm making millions, right? So anybody watching this might have gotten the idea, well, I live in Tucson. All I have to do is go and do some recon on Nancy and see how vulnerable she really is. Kidnap her, take her into Mexico, and hold her for ransom.
It's so wonderful. Just the air, the quality of life is laid back and gentle. Yeah, I like to watch the javelina eat my plants.
A javelina that tells you she's out in the country.
But the best thing about Tucson is coming home and
Yes.
seeing you guys. Should we raise a glass?
All right, so what did Javelina tell you? All right, that she's living outside of the city.
Prickly Pear Margarita. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you.
From the love of family to the familiar beauty of the scenery,
And at the beginning of this, she talks about how she hasn't been back to Tucson in forever.
Is that in October, I think this happened? I'm not sure.
Okay, so we talked a little bit going there and kidnapping Nancy, like going through it in their mind, conceptualizing it. Held by cartel. I don't think the cartel cares about any of this, right? They're like, this doesn't affect me. As a matter of fact, they're probably happy about it, right? Keep checking the border, keep doing all of that, and we're going to continue doing our thing over here. I don't think they're connected to the kidnapping, but there's millions of people in Mexico who get dumb ideas just like Americans do.
Yeah. Bunch of idiots everywhere. Now we're down to the gun store search. The cops, the FBI, a bunch of names. I think 3 names or 6 or 8 people per sheet, 3 sheets, so 24 people. They show to this guy. See if he recognizes them. So he says, sure, I'll help. But I don't think they're going to get anywhere with this. It's just a needle in a needle stack. They're not going to get anywhere.
Based on my comfort level, originally I was a little skeptical, but then, you know, I feel bad for the family of, I forgot the lady's first name, but the Guthrie case, you know, I felt bad for the family, and honestly, anything that could help them find the person, I was willing to help. So I said that I'd be willing to help, and it was about 3 pages. And the way that our system is set up is we type in the last name of the person, and it usually brings up all their information, first name, last name, phone number, address, all of that. And I went through the 3 pages. There was probably 6 or 7 names. There were 6 or 7 people per sheet. And so
That's 21 people, not 40.
just went through each sheet, all 3 sheets, and I typed in the last name, and nothing popped up. And
No, I know. It's not our chat. I can put our chat up there if you want. It'll just be on top of the other chat, see? It'll just make everything worse.
Mhm.
It's the chat of the guy that I'm showing his video. And it's
the thing that I just noticed the most was at the last.
Sleuth Intuition. His channel is where I'm getting this from. Sleuth Intuition's channel. This guy. That's his chat, not ours. And you're right. Thanks for pointing that out.
Last names, we're pretty familiar with our customers, so I could look at the names and be like, okay, yeah, that person might have been in here before. But honestly, the last names are really uncommon. So like I was typing in the last names, I was like, I don't recognize this one, I don't recognize that one.
All right, he said all the names are uncommon. And I think he's talking about like maybe Spanish speaking names. I don't know if he's referring to Middle Eastern, perhaps.
And so I just went through the 3 sheets, typed them all in, and none of those people had ever been here. Photos that he was showing me, and I told the FBI agent, I was like, I'm no investigator, but my intuition is telling me based on how
His intuition.
These people's facial hair looks like. It looks like the guy that was on camera at that house doing the kidnapping.
Okay, so what
Intuition.
are they showing him? Did they do like a geofence, or did they ping all the phones that were within a 10-mile radius around the time that Nancy was abducted?
Yeah, they probably did a gladiator search of all the phones that were there through that whole time period. They have to track all that shit down, plus all the people who bought backpacks, all the people who bought masks, all the people who bought holsters, all the people who bought the jacket, everything. And there's like hundreds and hundreds of agents doing all this stuff trying to find her.
Did they get all of their information, photographs, and create this lineup? And now they're trying to check all these boxes, right? Purchasing a gun, backpack from Walmart, holster from Walmart, ski mask from Walmart. But if these guys are planning this out, I don't think that they're going to use an actual registered gun. I think it's going to be stolen, and they're going to buy every item from a different store.
Yeah, criminal is not going to do that. Criminal is going to do it the criminal way, not the idiot way. Although this criminal could have been an idiot, we don't know. So I think we're talking about sniffers at this point.
Ready to tip, and to make sure that law enforcement are doing the common sense things, right? We always assume that they did this, did they do that? And then in hindsight,
Let's go straight.
I can't even go out. I can't.
So they already got this guy Carlos, who has nothing to do with anything, and they've kind of put his life on hold. Haven't even apologized. Haven't cleared him. He's got an attorney. This is the first step to a lawsuit. He's going to be a rich kid one of these days soon.
Dash for my wife because people taking pictures of us or following us. Like yesterday, we went out dashing.
oh, so he's a dasher.
DoorDash.
Okay, so they must have pinged him while he was. Yes, they are not connected. Luke was at home. The Range Rover is not connected to Luke whatsoever.
You already know that.
I stopped. We're all scared. I can't stop thinking like what's gonna happen to me. What's gonna happen? Like my in-law, my brother-in-law, he didn't even we didn't even have nothing to do with it, and they still arrested him and everything.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they arrested him. I think they detained him. Difference. Big difference.
and they had a warrant for it. So I think that's what they mean by 2 warrants, right? We have a warrant for either your home and your phone.
They need to make this right. They've falsely arrested an innocent man. They've subjected his family to misery, humiliation, handcuffs, and there's no evidence. This was a wrongful arrest. It was a false arrest. They've cast this shadow of suspicion on Carlos and his family, and now they're living day to day. They're living in fear. And so the first thing that I'd like to see is Sheriff Nanos and the Pima County Sheriff's Office come forward and say, Carl, this was a mistake. Carlos is not a person of interest. He is not an investigative lead. We messed up. We need to see some accountability. Obviously, my hope is they're doing the best they can with their investigation. I don't know what the details of what they're doing are in that respect. That's not my department, but they need to clear Carlos, because right now he and his family are going through a nightmare where they look out the window and there are suspicious cars driving past their home. They don't know what's next. And
Yeah. So this guy's got a lawsuit coming up, in my opinion. I think they would be paying with cash too, so they couldn't be traced. Exactly. Stolen gun. Stolen back.
So they picked this guy up because he was doing DoorDash in the neighborhood.
Yep.
And his phone pinged with that Gladiator software.
Yeah, and he had a mustache and a beard, and he was in the area.
Oh my gosh.
They detained him, did the whole 9 yards, busted the windows out of his work van.
Really?
Detained his wife, detained his kids, detained everybody. Threw him in a freaking handcuffs. His hands were all messed up and swollen. All that.
Damn.
And I don't even know how you get a warrant based on that.
Poor guy.
And so,
that's terrible.
It's just clear that whatever mistakes were made, Sheriff Nanos and Pima County need to fess up, and they need to clear Carlos so that his family.
Yeah, and if they don't, that's the first thing I would have done is said, I'm sorry, gosh. Unless you want the county to pay this guy a couple $100,000.
So his attorneys believe that they came to Carlos through phone data, and they're just basically asking to clear him.
Yeah, that's all they're asking. And if Nanos is dumbass is smart, he'll do it. And then now we got the other avenue we got is the distraction theory. The theory that this is all a distraction from the Epstein files. Right? This is Virginia Dufresne, or whatever her name is. This is her when she was getting interviewed by Savannah Guthrie on NBC News. And this is her after she got in an accident in Australia where some bus came out of nowhere and hit her, and she ended up dying.
Oh.
And they basically took her out because she wouldn't shut up about Epstein.
What else?
I was so young. Galen woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to
Prince Andrew, who was just got arrested a couple days ago in his 60s. Prince Andrew. His brother is the king, and he's arrested.
that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London.
So it's important to see who's giving the interview.
Savannah Guthrie. Okay. Now, Savannah Guthrie's husband worked for the Clintons. And the Clintons did a lot of bad shit. And Savannah's husband was kind of a fixer for the Clintons to erase all their shit from the internet. So,
And we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, "Okay." And we leave Club Tramp. And I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. And Ghislaine said he's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
Probably the ones that created it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a lot of people talking Epstein distraction from a lot. You know, there's plenty of things going on in the world, but that's one of the big ones. Adon says, I think she's deceased, unfortunately. Well, the odds are against her. I'm definitely keeping the faith. My intuition tells me that she is living.
Is that our dog? Oh,
You know, it's only been 2 weeks and a few days, so.
I think I just heard my dog bark. I think that is my dog. Anyway.
Yes, that was our dog.
That was our dog.
That was our dog.
I was like my dog. I was like, where's my dog? I hear him.
He wanted to go out, and now he's back in.
That poor dog, we took him for a pretty short walk. And he pulled me for, how long is that walk? Like
It was about a mile.
the walk we did?
The circle, yeah.
A mile or
probably
maybe three
close
quarters?
to a mile.
Close to a mile?
Yeah.
Well, he made it almost, as soon as we hit the corner, we started frothing at the mouth about 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
He pulled me the first part. Then he started like, his leg, you can tell, is a little bit off, his right leg, back leg. And it kind of started frothing at the mouth. We were about 3/4 of the way done. And then he was huffing and puffing coming up the hill.
Up the hill, yeah.
So he's getting old. He's 14.
There were other kitties and dogs, behind fences and stuff. So he gets all worked up when he sees other animals, but not like he normally goes batshit crazy when he sees another dog or he sees a cat or something. And now he pulls and he barks, but he's not like he used to be. I mean, he seriously injured me a couple of years ago when he pulled.
He pulled her right off her feet.
And luckily I landed in the dirt and not on the pavement. But yeah, he's a big, strong dog.
Yeah, he pulls me. He was pulling me today, and I'm 208 pounds. And he's probably 90 pounds, right?
Yeah.
So, dog's getting old. He's probably like 80 in dog years, right?
Yeah, he's 14 in human years. Oh, and
I don't think 7 is really 70.
You push
That would be,
yeah.
yeah, that would be like over 100 or something.
Yeah.
It's more like 8 or 9 years, or 4 or 5 years per dog
Well,
year.
they say 7, but I think that's pushing it a little, especially as they get old.
Yeah. Hugs to
I
the
know,
pup.
bless his heart. He's a
You
big
can't
boy.
jump on the bed anymore. You can't jump in the car anymore. So I got to buy, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to buy him a ramp so he can get in the car and get up on the bed, because he can't jump on the bed. If we give him a treat, he will jump on the bed. No other way will he get up on the bed. Do you think he'll jump in the car if I give him a treat? He probably would.
Maybe.
He'd do anything for a treat.
He's very food motivated, but it's so sad because usually every morning when I go, he's in between my legs right now. When I go to work, I'll open up the bedroom door and he jumps on the bed and he sleeps with MAB till MAB gets up. And now I open the door and he walks in there and he looks at the bed for a couple seconds. And then he just walks away all dejected because he can't get
Poor
up
guy.
anymore.
I'm going to get him a little ramp so he
Yeah, he needs something. Excuse me.
can.
Excuse me.
What's he doing?
He's just, trying to get between my legs and
Be a pill.
be crotch dog.
Crotch doggy.
She seems pretty resilient.
Okay, so we've
Yeah,
covered.
just keep sleuthing, Lucy. At least lack of proof of life. Maybe the ransom is opportunistic and bogus. Yeah.
Mexico broadens the search. Movement authorities reach out to a number of police agencies, departments south of the border. TMZ, I think, are idiots. They don't know what they're
Mhm.
doing. I think they're inserting themselves into the case.
I mean, do we even believe in this ransom? They do for whatever reason. Okay, the FBI has contacted law enforcement in Mexico as it broadens the search for missing Nancy Guthrie. Ransom note apparently sent by those claiming to have abducted Nancy. Okay, so let's go ahead from there. Listen to what TMZ had to say.
Has gone internet.
They're somehow, smack dab in the middle of all of this,
Yeah, why is that?
which doesn't help with the
Is he? Is he on the Epstein list?
conspiracy theory that this is some kind of a distraction, right?
Harvey or Harold Harvey?
Harvey.
Because if, let's say you are in the Epstein files and they come up to you and say, hey, we're doing this kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie as a distraction. And guess what? You get to be part of it. That could include people like this guy here from TMZ. Like, hey, and if you don't play along with it, we will expose you. That's just how it works. So if they are trying to make this a distraction and do it successfully, that's how they would implement it. Through blackmail.
National. We have learned the FBI has told federal Mexican law enforcement to tell various police agencies to be on the lookout for Nancy and her kidnapper. Now, our law enforcement sources are telling us that it is possible they believe that Nancy was taken across the border, but they doubt if she is across the border that it happened directly after the kidnapping.
Why do they doubt that? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If I was kidnapping Nancy, I would have taken her straight from the time of 2:28 or whatever that her pacemaker disconnected from her Apple Watch straight to Nogales. In the middle of the night, you can drive through there. Nobody's going to stop you. You can get into Mexico 1,000 times easier than you can get into the United States from Mexico. Hey, Pen 1010, good to see you. All right.
We're told that because we know now that the FBI checked cameras, Border Patrol cameras, and also other various electronic devices. We are asked not to be specific about that.
Like there's some big mystery. You could just drive right up. It shows them driving right up.
Okay, so when he says certain electronic devices, and we're asked not to be specific about it, what he's saying is they're talking about these X-ray machines. Everybody knows that they have them at the border, and they're running constantly. Every vehicle that goes around, it's a ghost town.
This is going to Nogales from Arizona.
This is about 9 a.m. going from Nogales into Mexico.
Nobody there. I don't see anybody. Nobody, no agents. Nancy's in the passenger seat.
Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's looking at you. I don't even see any Border Patrol agents. I haven't even seen one just walking around.
Cruise on through. You're in. Done. Now the way back is right here. They have all these X-ray machines on the way back, but they ain't coming back unless you pay the ransom, right?
And I don't even think these guys went through the X-ray machine.
No, not until they go back. Now, X-ray machines.
Right. Apparently, this is what it looks like here.
This is an X-ray machine.
So I put together an illustration of what I believe they would be looking for when it comes to Nancy. I'm going to close some of these. So
you'd be looking for a person, an old lady in that car, right?
Analyzing all of the footage from the vehicles. Of course, you would have, what are they looking for? I mean, of course, you would have your driver. But how do you know if Nancy's in there?
Trunk.
Right, probably a passenger holding her. And then what, a silhouette of an elderly person? Like, I don't understand.
Nobody's going to think twice. Hey, Nina. Good to see you. Love seeing you. You can walk or drive straight into Mexico. Yes. No problem. It's coming back that's the problem, not going there. Yeah, so now the actual X-ray machine,
or maybe even like in the trunk or something. Like, what is it? Like, what is it that they're looking for? Quite a bit. Okay, well, what if you go around the fence? That's what I'm saying. What if you can hide it? Hide her from the X-ray, maybe like a lead box or something.
what is this, a tunnel? Tunnel under the border? Looks like a tunnel under the border to me.
Now, I don't see Nancy walking these tunnels, but some of these are equipped with a rail system.
Yeah. Could lay her down in the back of one of them cars and slide her right on into Mexico under the thing. Could just as easily just drive her in the car. That's what I would have done.
Here, I'll show you another one. Here's some photographs that I gathered.
And this guy do all my work for me. Sleuth Intuition. Go sub him up. He's a good dude. I like his channel. I've been getting lots of ideas. I mean, he's Sleuth Intuition. He's using his intuition and he's a sleuth. Just like me.
Notice the rail system?
Yeah. Drive a train through there.
Yeah, they could hoist her down too. So this is why I don't want to completely forget about Luke, Kayla, next to a neighborhood, I believe, that was in Yuma. Look, imagine living in this neighborhood here, and over in the empty lot next to you is a tunnel going into Mexico.
Yeah. You're like right in the middle of a neighborhood in Mexico.
Here's that tunnel.
1,300 feet.
This is one of the most sophisticated tunnels we've seen in the United States, just because the material used to build it and the terrain that it had to traverse through, it makes it really special. This tunnel in particular had a wood pallet floor the whole way of the tunnel, and it had a rail system running through it as well.
Okay, real quick, I want you to notice the neighborhood over here to the left.
Yeah. It's a regular neighborhood.
Are you kidding me? Can you please go back a little and see my chat about Derek Kalea? Email me.
Anyway.
It's a correction. If you guys want to correct me on anything, you think I'm wrong or missing the mark, let me know.
That's basically it. I mean, where are you? There you are. That's basically what I wanted to show you guys. Like El Chapo's wife had from her house. Yeah. Crazy. Walk right in, drive right in. She could be in the neighbor's house 1,500 feet from the border. You falling asleep over there?
My eyes are starting to burn again because of the fire.
Well, we're going to do a short stream today. I was going to try to make it an hour instead of 3. So I just wanted to jump on here, hang out with you guys for an hour. America. And just show you what my theories kind of still floating around in my head are. Thanks for stopping by. Mrs MAB, it's about done. I mean, we walked a long ways, and then we rushed around, and I'm in my pajamas with a nice shirt on, but we have to go tomorrow early. We have to get up early and go to our other house and talk to the tenants. A lot of problems with them. We have to deal with them. They've got a guy living there they never told us about. That's a problem. They've got problems with the heater they didn't tell us about. and the windows and the slider and all kinds of shit. We got a nightmare deal with them for tomorrow, so we gotta get up early. Gotta leave here at 11. Thanks, Donna. Great stream. Thanks. Appreciate that. Anyway, so we're out of here, and we're gonna kick it for the rest of the night, go to bed early, do all of our stuff. Yeah, it sounds like a load of fun, right? Not.
Yeah.
So we're out of here, and thanks for coming by. We love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.